Avoid topics such as sex, politics, and religion. Kindly add TM or guest before your name and also your roles for today. Keep your microphone muted when you're not speaking. Please put your phone on silent mode. Refrain from speaking when someone else is delivering their role. If you face any technical issues, please feel free to reach out to our tech master. When handling over the virtual stage, let's display a high five or namaste to acknowledge each other. If possible, please switch on your camera to show respect to every speaker with your 100% attention. And most importantly, support every speaker with your warm smile. And now, today it is my absolute pleasure to introduce someone who is not just an erudite leader, but also a very dear friend for all of us. She is a person who leads with grace, strength, and a genuine commitment to bring our best in everyone around her. Her dedication and warmth makes her not just a guiding force in our club, but someone we all deeply value. Please join me in warmly welcoming our President, Toastmaster Dr. Sangeeta Sharma. Sangeeta, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Bhavani. Am I audible and visible? Yes, thank you. Welcome to the 571st meeting of Invictus Toastmasters. And it is a pleasure to see more guests than our members, because our members are having a nice time, having a vacation. We can see Toastmaster Paris on vacation. But thank you for joining. That shows commitment towards our club. A couple of announcements that I would want to share before starting the meeting is, as you know, the second Sunday of May is what we celebrate as Mother's Day. And we would be having a special meeting on 10th of May, that is on Sunday. Yes, we have our meetings on Saturdays every single year of this year. But this is a very special meeting where we would want to dedicate to our mothers. And for this special meeting, please tag along your mothers as well. And if your mother is staying far away from you, tag along your sister or elder sister who is more strict than your mothers. Or you can tag along any of your friend who behaves like your mother, because that would be very interesting. We would have a very different kind of meeting, the next one. And again, there would be certain other special factors that would be coming, and we would be sharing in our groups as well. So just be notified what we share and what is the new special elements that we are adding for the next week. And another announcement is that on 16th of May, we would be having one of the persons from the district who would be coming and giving us an educational module. It would be an amazing educational module, because I cannot even remember what all he has done because it's too vast. So let me share a little gist of it. He has been area director twice in the US and in India. He has been president twice. He has been VP education thrice. He had been a VP membership twice, a VP PR thrice, and he is a club coach as well 3 times. Then he is also a club mentor for 3 times and a club sponsor for 2 times. Now you can imagine what kind of person would be coming on 16th May to educate all of us. Therefore, I would want every one of you to give me some, please personally DM me on what you want to learn more in Toastmasters, where you are lagging behind or where you want a little bit of push. For example, I can understand there is something in evaluation that we have to understand, because we go gaga over commending people. But what about recommendation? how can we politely recommend others where it looks like a positive criticism, but it can also provide a push for other leaders, right? You can just share everything with me. I would collate everything and I'll find out what is the one thing that is common for all of us, and then I will ask him to guide us. And yes, 16th May is a day, please mark on your calendar, and do come with your friends or whosoever want to learn about it. So this is the announcement that I would want to make. And we have a lot of guests, so introductory round is there. So let's start with our guest introduction. So all the guests, please share your name and what do you do, how you came to know about Toastmasters Club. You can just share all these in little bit, 2 to 3 sentences. That would be enough for us. So let's start with Brajesh Anand. Brajesh, could you introduce yourself?
Hi. Thank you so much, Sangeeta. So, as you mentioned, my name is Brajesh, and I am from a Toastmaster club. It's been more than a year since I've joined Toastmaster. I'm from Delhi One Toastmaster Club, and we met during the ISC competition,
Yes.
and that is the reason I was inspired to join this club as a guest. I wanted to experience how you guys conduct yourself and what goes in that club, and how I can learn from you guys, because it truly inspired me to see the speeches from yours as well as the other member who were there during that IAC. So yeah, that's me. Thank you so much for having me on the call.
Thank you, Brajesh. And yes, I do remember you and Sajal were together,
Yeah.
and I can also see Sajal. And let me share little bit of information for Sajal, because she came to our club as a guest once, and then seeing her as one of the winners in ISC table topic competition is such a proud moment for all of us. So, Sajal, could you introduce yourself again? Please switch on your. I want everyone to switch on your cameras because I want to see all your beautiful faces. Sajal, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
I'm so sorry, Sangeeta. Right now, I really cannot turn on the video, but I'll try to do that very soon. First of all, thank you so much for giving this such a wonderful introduction for me. And yeah, that's true. I mean, I once attended the Invictus Club, and truly a phenomenal experience then also. And ever since that, whenever I've met Sangeeta or Shraddha or other members of Invictus, I feel that it feels such a family to me, because everybody is so supportive, and it doesn't feel that we are from other clubs. It feels that we are from a very own our personal community, and that is a very main reason that me and Brajesh just thought to join the Invictus today, and we are very happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Sure, sure. Thank you. And Rajesh and Sajal, we have a special meeting, educational module on 16th of May. Please come. And our meetings happen on Saturdays. And I think so, you know the time as well. So let's go to
Sure,
other
sure.
guests as well. I can see guest Dinesh Goyal. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, good morning, all. So, this is the first time I'm joining this club as a guest, and I started exploring Toastmaster 2, 3 weeks back only. I wasn't aware that we have this online clubs as well. I was only aware about offline club, but I belong to I'm from Ujjain, MP. So it's a small city, and we do not have this offline clubs here. And the closest club is in Indore, which is like 60 kilometers from here. So for me, I thought there's no opportunity, but yeah, luckily I got this online club thing. And uh, as a profession, I am a tech lead in a software company, and uh, yeah, I have now I have a team of 5 to 10 people to handle, and I found uh, I wanted to improve my communication skills because I found a need of it because I need to handle a team now. So that's why I'm just exploring all these clubs, and let's see. I'll soon be a member of the club. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh. And Our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Shireen, is also from Indore. And
Okay.
you would just enjoy because we also have people from other countries. For example, our third speaker, Tajender, is from Philippines. So you would love it and you'll enjoy our club. And we also have other guests. Shubhangi. Guest Shubhangi, could you introduce yourself as well?
Hi everyone, I'm Shubhangi and basically I'm from Delhi only and I'm a senior software engineer at a US-based startup. I was exploring Toastmaster clubs from last few months because to enhance my communication skills. The thing is like I have many points but I am not able to articulate them or put them on the topic table. So that's why I was exploring the club and I get to know about this from the Toastmaster website. So that I just want to explore this club. This is my first meeting here.
Thank you. Thank you, Shubhangi. And now we have a guest, Anubhav. Yes.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm based out of Delhi, and I mean, this is also the kind of first time for me to attend any guest meeting for a Toastmasters club, and this is, my first, kind of a short list that I've kind of considered. Uh, for me, also Toastmasters, I have actually been kind of researching for Toastmasters club since quite a while, but then I was not sure to which club I would be, kind of more towards inclined towards, right? So my more of sort of an agenda for joining a Toastmasters club would be again to build certain leadership skills and traits, because I also kind of face challenges in terms of putting across my points very well on the table in the corporate world as well. So that is what I'm looking forward to, and I would want to see how the meeting progresses and then take the membership eventually. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Anubhav. And now we have Muskan. Guest Muskan, could you introduce yourself as well?
Hi everyone. This is my first meeting with Toastmasters. I've heard about Toastmasters to practice on some communication skills, and that is what I'm looking for right now. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
And now we also have another guest, Chandan. Chandan, could you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, and thank you for having me here. I am Chandan. I'm from Gurgaon. I've throughout my professional journey, I've met few leaders, and some of them recommended me to join Toastmaster because they were already a Toastmaster. They were already they joined the Toastmaster. So to work upon my communication skills, I thought let's take a I would say take a guest class for now, and if possible in future, join also.
Thank you. Thank you, Chandan. And now we have guest Pooja. Pooja, could you introduce yourself? Pooja, could you hear us?
Pooja, you are on mute actually.
Okay. Anyway, we can move forward. Okay.
Hello.
Pooja. Yes.
Hi everyone. This is my second class.
Yes.
I want to join to improve my communication skills. My friend, my sister friend told me about your club, and I think this is very excellent club to improve my communication.
Thank you. Thank you, Pooja. And now we have another good news. We have a new Toastmasters other than Toastmaster Manali. It's Toastmaster Mahima who is joining joining as a Toastmaster at Invictus for the very first time. So let's take her introduction as well. Please go ahead, Toastmaster Mahima.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Mahima Agrawal, and I've been at Invictus a year ago, exactly this month. I remember TM Sangeeta, TM Yuvraj, and TM Shraddha. And I remember TM Sangeeta's speech very much. I was mesmerized by the way she is speaking, and everyone was so welcoming. I felt the instant connection. I wish to join Toastmasters a year ago only, but due to some reasons I couldn't. But yeah, this year I made it to Toastmasters. I'm an MBA student. My interests are cooking. And speaking of cooking, I believe life is more likely uh, a lot like cooking. Like we throw in some ingredients, we experiment boldly, and sometimes make a beautiful mess. And speaking of experiments, I love creative makeup too. Like our faces like blank canvases, we make bold choices, we transform something ordinary into something striking. And that's what actually I'm here at Toastmasters, because I want to do same thing with my words. Right now, my public speaking skills need little more seasoning, but I am ready to learn, grow, and hopefully by the end of this journey, serve something worth tasting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mahima. And now we can start. I think so. All the
I think we missed Subodh if he has
uh,
not
Yeah,
introduced
ma'am.
himself.
yeah. Did I miss Subodh? Where is I cannot see. Okay, Subodh, could you introduce yourself? Oh, sorry. Yes. Now I can see you. Yes,
Yeah,
Subodh.
hi, ma'am. I'm Subodh. Actually, this is my second class, and I heard about this class from my wife Pooja. He has also joined, and actually, we were spending our time on Saturday, Sunday watching web series and movies. So my wife told me we have to spend some time on the groom the personality. That's why we had explore the Toastmaster. Actually, when I heard about the Toastmaster, I think it is a roasting club type. So I thought we will learn about the how to roast the people like in the at the time of doing stand-up comedy like. But it is very nice experience in last classes, and I have learned a lot of things like new words and grammatical errors, etc. So it is very nice, and I really like to continue these classes.
Sure. Thank you. Subodh.
Okay.
And now, without further ado, let's call our Toastmaster of the day. That's Toastmaster Bhavani. I heard her topic yesterday, and I just cannot wait for all of you to hear, because it would be amazing. Your mind would be just blown. So let's welcome Toastmaster Bhavani. Toastmaster Bhavani, the stage is yours. Toastmaster Bhavani, could you also see the timer card shown by Manali?
Yes, I have another laptop open, so I can see all the members as well. So,
okay, thank you.
So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's break the ice with a simple question. What does an anchor actually do? Can someone unmute and tell me what does an anchor actually do?
Anchor in public speaking, you're trying to say? I don't want only anchor in public speaking to engage the audience, to boost the confidence, add some energy.
Okay.
Anchor,
Who else
anchor
would like to
is a type
try?
of. Am I audible?
Yes, Tanishq, you are.
Yeah. So anchor is a type of an instrument that the ships uses. It usually helps the ship to stop at a particular point.
Very good, Tanishq. Spot on. So, an anchor is a heavy metal hook attached to a ship. When the weather turns rough, that's when we use the anchor. The captain drops it down, right, into the sea. When it digs deep and stops the ship from drifting away. But here's the important part. The anchor does not stop the storm. The wind still blows, the waves still crash. What the anchor does is it holds the ship steady. And that is what we are exploring today. The anchor we all need and we all can be for someone. Now, have you ever found yourself in a storm? Not the thunder or the lightning, but something that shakes your confidence, makes you, test your patience and makes you question yourself. Has anyone experienced something like that in their life? Unmute. Yes. Yes, Sangeeta.
I think so. Everyone must have gone through this situation. But whenever we miss an anchor and we miss out any opportunity, our anchor is basically our parents.
Perfectly right, Sangeeta. We all have some or the other anchors. And for me, each one here in this room has been an anchor in some way or the other. And I really wanted to thank each and every member because you are the one I'm standing here confidently and I'm able to say some words. I still remember the first time I joined Invictus, my legs were shaking, my hands were, getting wet, and I was so tense to even utter a word. But you all have made this possible, and I want to take this moment to thank each and every one. I don't want to take names because if I take names and I miss out any, I'll hurt that person. And I don't want to hurt anyone in this room because you all have been equally important to me and have been anchors in the storm for me, right? So now life brings these storms to all of us, right? In office, we have deadlines, setbacks in our personal life, unexpected challenges, and even at times self doubts. I do a lot because I feel I'm not capable at times. And that is a moment when someone, comes to me and says, "Don't worry, it'll be all right." Someone who reminds me, "You are capable, you got this." That is what an anchor does. It keeps us steady when everything else feels uncertain. Let me share a quick story with you. In 2019, many of you know that there was a short circuit in my house and there was a huge fire. I was on a vacation in Kerala when this happened. When I came back in this charred room, my fridge was burned from the top and it was peak summer. Buying one was out of my budget at that time. So I went to a nearby shop and an old man looked at the damaged fridge and simply said, "Chinta mat karo beta, ekdam first class ho jayega. Don't worry, it will be perfectly fine." And it did. I still use that fridge today. I've painted it from the top. It reminds me to stay grounded. It reminds me that you may have struggles in your life, but that will pass one day and you'll reach where you need to. We all have those little struggles in our life, and those are our learning lessons. Learning lessons that help us in future that we can face any storm that comes our way. Now, let me. So the phrase anchor in the storm means people, institute, or elements that provide security in the time of challenge. So in Toastmasters, as I mentioned earlier, I always had the fear of speaking before a crowd, the struggle of finding the right words, and sometimes the disappointment of not winning. Yes, we feel it. We feel jealous. Don't we at times? Do you all agree? Or it's only me who feels jealous? No, but someone can unmute and say, please.
Yes.
Okay. So, yes, we feel it, the doubt, the comparison, the question, why not me? But the strongest speakers are not the ones who win every time. They are the ones who come back, refine, and rise again. Because here in this space, we don't just speak, we support, we learn, and we become anchors for each other. In every challenge, we are supported by people, guided by institutes, and grounded by simple elements. We just explored some examples of people who can help us. We will discover the rest in the second half. So let's move on to the interesting segment. And in Toastmasters, three, we have these sessions structured in three parts. P for prepared speeches, just like P for people. I for impromptu speeches, and E for evaluations. To kick off today's session, I have with me a team who will steer us through the evaluation segment. Leading them is our general evaluator, the captain of our ship, who will introduce to his crew. Without further ado, let me call upon TM Yuvraj to the spotlight. TM Yuvraj, the stage is yours.
The magic we are looking for is in the work we are avoiding. So, I'm playing the role of the journal evaluator. What's my role? Is to evaluate the overall meeting and provide the feedback to the members for their growth and development in near future. I will not evaluate each and every role as I have a tag team, my spy agents, that is Ox role players. First is timer, counter, grammarian, and listener. So, firstly, I would like to call the timer of today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Manali.
Hello, TM Yuvraj, fellow Toastmasters, and guest. An inch of gold is an inch of time, but an inch of time cannot be buy from an inch of gold. Yes, time is very valuable, and because time cannot be earned, but money can be earned. As timer, I will time table topic speakers, speeches, and journal evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left green, using green, this yellow, and red card. Table topic, we have given 2 minutes of impromptu speeches. At 1 minute, I will raise this green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will raise this yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise this red card. For prepared speeches, the length is 5 to 7 minutes. And at 5 minutes, I will raise this green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise this yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise this red card. For general evaluation, the time given is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise this green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise this yellow card. And after 3 minutes, I will raise this red card. Over to you, TM Yuvraj. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manali, for introducing the role. Now, secondly, I would like to call the R counter and grammarian because she's the only person playing the two roles. It's Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Yuvraj, a correction. Namra has taken the role for our counter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's so
So,
helpful.
secondly, I would like to call the R counter today's meeting. That is Toastmaster Namra.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yuvraj, for calling me out. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Toastmaster Namra, and I'm playing the role as the hour counter for today's meeting. As an hour counter, my role is to note words and sound used as a crunch or filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Filler sounds like mm, filler words like will, so, but, and you, no. Double starts when a speaker repeats phrase such as I believe that. My goal is not to catch you making mistakes, but to help you bridge those gaps in thoughts with silence instead of noise. I will keep a tally of these throughout and provide a report when called up at the end of the meeting. Thank you so much, and back to the journal evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namra, for introducing the role. Now, I would like to call the grammarian of today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Good morning, everyone. I think so. It's good noon. Good noon, everyone. Today, I have the honor of serving you as a grammarian, the guardian of words, the catcher of creative grammar, and the person secretly hoping someone uses a semicolon correctly. Our word of the day is erudite. It is an adjective. It is used to describe someone who is highly knowledgeable, well read, and deeply educated, just like Invictus Toastmasters. You can use erudite in formal conversations, academic discussions, professional settings, speeches, debates, or when describing someone who sounds like they casually read encyclopedia for fun. For example, the professor gave an erudite explanation of astronomy that left the audience amazed. Where should you not use it? Well, not while bargaining to an auto driver, arguing over extra ketchup, or texting your friend, bro, your meme knowledge is so erudite. And now the phrase of the day is go bananas. It means to get extremely excited or enthusiastic or completely lose your calm. For example, the crowd went bananas when the concert began. And we can see our Toastmaster meeting go bananas the next week when we'll have a special meeting on the Mother's Day. Where you should avoid is in the formal setting or a serious situations, like the board of directors went bananas during annual financial review. That may raise some concerns nobody is prepared for. And if your grammar slips slightly, don't worry. I promise not to go bananas over it. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Now, I will not go bananas, so I will call the listener of today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Tanish Rohela.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, Toastmaster Tanish, you are audible.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yuvraj. So, what is listening? Listening is way much important, is equally important of speaking. Sometimes we usually listen to speak, but what we should do, we should listen to understand. That's the job of a good listener. So, being a good listener of today's meeting, I'm going to ask some questions from what the speakers, the role players, or the general evaluator have said during this meeting. And I'll check who's a good listener or who's just a good speaker. Thank you so much, everyone. Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanish. Now, I will present my pragmatic report at the end of the meeting. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day, and I hope she will go bananas while presenting an ecstatic Timor team, that is Toastmaster Bhavani.
Thank you, Yuvraj. I won't go bananas for sure. Okay, before we dive into the first round of wonderful prepared speeches, it's time to bring our evaluators who provide encouragement and constructive feedback. Let's welcome to the stage our first evaluator for speaker number one, Toastmaster Johnny. Toastmaster Johnny, the spotlight is on you.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible, Bhavani?
Yes, Toastmaster Johnny, you are audible.
Okay. So today I am the evaluator of Toastmaster Namra, and her speech title is "The Fear I Never Spoke About." The pathway is the presentation mastery, project 3, level 1. Timer, please note the speech time will be 6 to 7 minutes, and the objective of the speech is to create emotional awareness about parents aging and encourage the audience to value, love, and spend more time with their parents. So, thank you very much. Over to you, Bhavani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Johnny. And now it's time for us to invite our first prepared speaker. I'll give you a short introduction about Namra. She describes herself as a simple and shy person, but don't let that fool you, because behind that quiet nature is someone who is eager to learn something, listen, and improve herself. She finds comfort in listening to old and soft music. I also love that. What truly defines her is her enthusiasm towards her work and the love she has for spending quality time with her family. A beautiful balance of dedication and warmth. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and warmly welcome to stage speaker number 1, TM Namra. TM Namra, the fear I never speak about. TM Namra, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavani, for welcoming me on the stage. You know, my heart is beating faster, but that's okay. It happens. This speech basically is the real incident I'm going to share. When I was writing my speech, I was thinking that should I have to share this speech in front of you or not? But I tell myself that yes, I have to share this experience. How many how many have you felt your heart shattered just just realizing that your parents are growing old? I also felt that. You know, you know when I you know when I was in class 8, I read one line in Hindi. मेरी जस्ट अ सेक मैं बहुत टूट रही हूँ, मैं बहुत कमजोर हो रही हूँ क्योंकि मेरी माँ कमजोर हो रही है. I was not good. I was just seeing my mother and realizing that my mother is growing old day by day. I also felt that. And when I saw my mother, I just heartbroken because my mother is going in the phase of older age. The fear of losing her, the fear that the time is moving faster day by day, the fear that I'm not going to accept that she's not going to be more with me in the upcoming time. I want to share one incident with all of you. When I was when yeah, when I was yeah, when I was in class 10th, I was getting ready for my school days. I call out my mother that mom wake up. She didn't respond me. I called her once, twice and thrice, but she didn't respond. I thought that she was sleeping. But when I called her again, she didn't respond me. My heart got shattered. That why she's not responding? What happened to her? I went towards her and trying to waking her. Mom, wake up. Wake up. But she didn't respond. I got stuck. I shot out and called out my dad. Dad, mom is not waking up. Mom is not responding. He told me, what? What are you saying? I was crying that dad, mom is not waking. Please come fast. He came and checked my mother. He told me, calm down. But I was already in a panic situation. By seeing my mom, that why she is not responding. My father checked and told me, don't worry, she's in the condition of unconscious. I was alone because my brother and sister was not there with me. And I was crying. I was think of worst image of my life, that what if I'm going to lose her? That time I was a baby in a class 10th student. I was crying and crying and crying, but my father calmed me down, but I didn't. My father gave me a sip of water to my mother. She didn't respond first. I, what I do, I checked her nerves, that sh I checked her heartbeat that she's alive or not. But she's alive. And I didn't respond. I didn't think anything. My father told, have patience, but I wasn't. So after 2-3 minutes, when my father gave a sip of water to my mother woke up. And when she woke up, my eyes were full of tears. I was crying. Nothing, just my life shattered by seeing her. So I hugged her tightly and cried. She asked me what happened. I told her that you're not responding. She told me what? I told her that you're in the condition of unconsciousness and you're not saying a single word. Your body went cold. She said, calm down, you're thinking so much. I told her, no, I'm serious. She hugged me tight and she told me, calm down, beta, it's okay. So I told my parents that I'm not going to go school. I denied to go school. And day after tomorrow, there was my board exam. My parents told me that it's okay. Your mother is fine. You just went to school and focus on your study. I told them okay. But inside me, I know she was not fine. Because that situation shattered me a lot, that I can't think anything, not about my exam, not about my school, what's going in my school, what's is going in the class, nothing. My teacher came and asked me what happened. I told her the all situation, that's in morning my mother's not responding and due to that I can't focus. So she called my dad. I told her that I can't focus like this. She called my dad and asked him that how is Namra mother. My father told, now she's fine. So to tell Namra that focus on your study. So my ma'am told me that she can't, because for a small child, that's the worst fear, that she lose her mother. But anyhow, my teacher convinced me and calmed me down. Okay, I came back from school and seeing my mother fine. That's a happiest moment. In morning, my heart got frightened, and when I came back, my mother is fine. So that day, I learned one more lesson, that as much, no matters how much we grow up, our parents are the first priority, are the precious thing in this world. So as much as we can, we have to spend time with them, because we don't know what happens tomorrow. So it's better to give some quality time with them, to share your feelings, to share your experience, what you have faced in your life, what you're going through in your life, what you have experienced, good or bad thing. Your parents will always give you a reason, give you to came up from the situation. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Namra. That was such a heart-touching speech. Kindly share your feedbacks for speaker number one in the WhatsApp group. Timer, please note the time will be 30 seconds. Okay.
Time is over.
Thank you, Manali. Now, before we welcome our second speaker, let me introduce the person who will be carefully listening, observing, and later providing valuable feedback. The evaluator for this speech is TM Tanishq. TM Tanishq, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavani. So I'm the second evaluator of my target. I'm the second evaluator of this session of my target speaker, Toastmaster Laksh Gidra. His pathway is dynamic leadership, level 3, project 2, and this speech title is a very sporty my cardio. And according to his level, I'm not gonna be lenient and give him some positive feedbacks so that he can improve in his future speeches. All the best to my target speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhavani.
So Laksh is a speaker whose words don't just reach you, they stay with you. Every time he speaks, I find myself completely mesmerized. And now it's time to hear from the second speaker. Please join me in welcoming TM Laksh. TM Laksh, my cardio. TM Laksh, over to you.
Am I audible? So, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, and a very warm welcome to all our guests. After such a emotional speech by TM Namra, I'm here to lighten the moment, lighten the environment for all of us. So, some people run on treadmills, some people run marathons, but then there's me. I don't run, but my mind does ultra marathons every single day because overthinking is my cardio. You see, overthinking is not just thinking, it is a full fledged mental workout. It starts with one simple thought, just one. For example, I think I said something wrong. Simple, normal. But give it 30 seconds and my brain turns it into a full Netflix series. Season 1, what I said. Season 2, what I should have said. Season 3, what the other person might be thinking. Season 4, why am I like this? And season 5, my entire personality is flawed. And by the end of it, I'm not just tired, I'm emotionally exhausted from a conversation that lasted just 10 seconds. My mind goes all over bananas. The most fascinating thing about overthinking is its creativity. Give it a situation and it will produce 10 alternative realities. You send a message, and if they don't reply, a normal person would think, okay, maybe they are busy. But an overthinker, never. We enter a phase of speculative overanalysis. Did I say something wrong? Are they ignoring me? Are they upset? Should I send another message? No, 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 that looks desperate. At this point, this conversation is no longer happening in real life. It is happening in my head with full dialogues, full emotions, and sometimes background music also. But what is the worst part? Overthinking does not even respect time. It shows up at the most inconvenient moments. You are about to sleep, you're about to relax, lights off, phone aside, peace. And suddenly your brain says, why not revisit that one awkward moment from last week? Why? Why now? Why not during the day when I was already stressed? No, because my brain believes in premium nighttime overthinking sessions. Because apparently, sleep is optional, but analyzing last week's conversation is essential. But here's something I have realized: overthinking is not just a bad habit, it is often a sign of something deeper. It is a sign that you care, that you want to do things right, that you are aware. But the problem is that awareness becomes excessive. It becomes overwhelming. It becomes overproductive, counterproductive, I must say. And because instead of just helping you act better, it stops you from acting at all. We think overthinking prepares us, but most of the time it just drains us. It gives us the illusion of control, but in reality, it creates confusion. We rehearse conversations that never happen. We solve problems that don't even exist. We fight battles that are not even real. And by the time that actual moment comes, we are already tired. And that is when I realized something important. Overthinking does not reduce uncertainty, it multiplies it. Because the more you think, the more possibilities you create. And the more possibilities you create, the harder it becomes to move forward. So, what is the solution? Honestly, I'm still figuring out because if I had fully solved overthinking, I would not be giving this speech. But I have started doing one thing differently. Whenever my mind starts running, I remind myself not every thought deserves your attention. Just because your brain says something does not mean it's true. Just because a possibility exists does not mean it will happen in real life. And most importantly, just because you can and I can overthink does not mean we should. Sometimes clarity does not come from thinking more, it comes from doing more, taking action, making the call, sending the message, because action simplifies what overthinking complicates. Today, I still overthink. I still analyze. I'll still replay some conversations that happened last week, conversations that happened previous month, conversations that happened in 2017. But now I catch myself earlier. I pause. I choose to act anyway. Because maybe the goal is to not stop thinking, overthinking completely, but the goal is to think just enough and then move forward. So, if you're like me, if your brain also runs marathon at night, if you also analyze things that don't need analysis, just remember this: your thoughts are powerful and they are not always accurate. And sometimes the best thing that you can do for yourself is not to think more, but to trust yourself more. Because life is not meant to be perfectly analyzed, it is meant to be lived. Thank you.
What an amazing speech, Laksh. I thought it was about fitness today, but you took us on a totally different ride. Okay, now kindly post your feedbacks for speaker number 2 in WhatsApp group. Timer, please show the red flag.
Can someone please add me to the group? Unfortunately, I'm not part of that. I'm just dropping my number here on the chat.
So now we move to our final prepared speaker, but certainly not the least. Before we hear the speech, let's welcome the evaluator who will be closely observing and later sharing thoughtful insights. Please join me in welcoming evaluator for speaker number 3, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Toastmaster Yuvraj, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be evaluating my target speaker, Toastmaster Tajinder. His level project 3, level 1, and the pathway is dynamic leadership, and the speech title is ups and down. And timer, please note the time. It is 5 to 7 minutes. Hope I am right, Toastmaster Tajinder. It is 5 to 7 minute speech. Okay, thank you. Now I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Bhavani.
So let's move on to our final speaker, who is originally from Jamshedpur, now connecting with us from Philippines. Vijender Singh brings with him 27 years of dedication and vibrant personality, a sports enthusiast and a passionate Bhangra dancer. So we need to have a dancing session. Let's welcome him with big energy. Let's give an enthusiastic welcome, TM Tajinder. Ups and downs, TM Tajinder. Over to you, Tajinder. All the best.
Thank you very much. I'm not going to do Bhangra today. Okay, first of all, am clear? My voice is clear?
Yes, Tajinder.
Okay. So when you got your first offer letter, what was the reaction of your friends? I'm not talking about your family members, of your friends. What was the reaction of your friends? Can anybody tell me?
Few happy,
Okay.
few sad.
Yes. Yes, of course, yes. Anybody else?
भाई पार्टी तो लगी आज तो
Party, yes. So this is very much right. Everybody wanted to success in their life, but it's only possible if it is only possible when you keep adopting the changes. So that is what I'm always saying. Coming together is always a big thing. Keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Success does not mean the absence of problem. It means how to overcome the problem. Success cannot be measured that how high you went, but how you bounce back when you are facing the problem. And lastly, success cannot be measured that how much money or how much power you have, but how you behave with this such a money and power. This is very, very important. Everybody knows that one thing in constant or consistent in everybody's life, that is change. You have to keep changing yourself. Otherwise, it is not possible to go and get the things. What is life? We always say, what is life? Life is from B to D. What is B? B is birth. What is D? D is our death. But in between B to D, always C comes. C is very important. C is choice. So this is how you choice. It's depend upon your uh, structure of your life, how you are changing. And there is only one letter difference between crying and trying. But it's a huge difference. Crying means you end up, you have given up, you have no confidence. But when you're trying, obviously you are building your uh, confidence every time. You are getting confidence every time. You have not given up. And when you are not given up, you will be keep learning every time. So life is a series of ups and downs. You can see here my fist. There is always ups and downs, ups and downs, and ups and downs. Like in a day, you have a day or night, you have a summer and winter in the same time. There is always ups and down. If you have to go up, it is very difficult to go up. But if you have to go, if you have to push you from up to down, it take very limited time to come on to that down. So you have to be very, very careful that, and you have to keep working hard to remain same in that situation. There is a three kinds of person, in this world there are exist. One is service oriented. They don't want to grow. They don't want to. They never ever think about of growing. Second is oriented, maintenance oriented people. They are they wanted to grow, but they don't want to grow at the higher level. Like government employees, when they got the job, they are very much secure. Oh, they are. It's okay. They don't want to grow further. But in the same time, growth oriented people, they wanted to grow each and every time. What we are doing here, which kind of person we are right now, we are growth oriented people because we are trying. There is an old person always saying that you will not taste enjoy the sweet until and unless you taste the bitter. So you will never mature without being facing the challenges. Challenges is very, very important. Intellectual education influence your head, and value-based education influence your heart. So there are a lot of successful people. How they become successful? Because they are resolving most complex problem, and in fact they welcoming all the problem. And when situation drag you to the layer down level, down phase, because they have resolved the complex problem, they can sustain. They can again come up to the same situation where they are supposed to be. So successful people enjoy their struggle and in the process of achieving great things. So I would like to say one small story of Donald Trump. Donald Trump was not president before in 90s. He was a real estate owner, and in 1990s everything collapsed, and he has debt of 9 billion rupees. Just imagine, 9 billion rupees was the debt on him, and he never given up. Banks people came to his house. He told, "Oh, please give me some time." What he did after that, he started working even more harder because he was persistent to pay, because he thought he will do this. And because of this, his confidence he could able to do. And now you see where he is. So what, in short, what we want to say, failure does not exist in this real world. Failure is illusion. A smooth road cannot make you good driver. Clear sky, if sky is clear, you will be not be very good pilot. In the same time, trouble-free life cannot make you strong and good person. So you have to be strong and accept the challenge of your life. Never say, never ever say, why me? Always say, you try me. Go banana in your life and enjoy your life. Over to you. Thank you.
What an amazing speech, TM Tejinder. I mean, every ups and down, we have challenges, and those challenges build our confidence. All of us, I think, please share your feedbacks in the guest group. And I think the polls are live, right, Sangeeta?
I'm sharing after everyone comments because otherwise I'll just go.
I think the time is over for the feedback. Now we can move on to the polls. You can vote for your best speaker. I think we have all voted. I hope all of you have voted. Give a thumbs up if you all have voted. Okay, so let's move on. We talked about people. Now let's move on to institutes. Institutes that act as an anchor in the storm. So I'll be asking a quick question. If you wish to travel outside of India, which country would you travel to? And I want all of you to scan the QR code for Slido, and you can answer which country you would like to go to. I hope all of you have answered.
Toastmaster Bhavani, can you once again show the QR code? I need to scan it. Just
Okay.
once.
1 second, 1 second. Is it visible?
Yes, Bhavani.
Have you scanned? Have all of you scanned it?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
after looking at the answer, I want to travel more.
Okay, now let me see what you have answered, and let me share the Slido screen. Sorry, guys, I'm not very good at this, but I'm trying. Okay. So I see a lot of you would like to travel to Russia, Finland, New Zealand, Greece. Spain is the favorite place people want to go to. Wow. Travel is
Iran.
exciting, isn't it? Who would like to go to Spain? I see a lot of Spain. Why is Spain so interesting? I'm keen to know now.
Because from the movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, the tomato fight game, I don't remember that game.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
And it will be
Pizza.
happening in August. So people
Italian
are
pizza.
preparing.
Whatever we are eating in India, that is not pizza. It is ultimately vegetables on the bread.
Okay, that's great to know. So I know travel is exciting, but what happens when travel doesn't go as per your plans, right? Many of us travel, and at times we go to a place and we are stuck there. And I'm going to share another slide with you. I hope you are able to see my screen. Are all of you able to see the screen? So I'm going to the next question. Imagine you were mugged and you lost your passport, wallet, and phone. What would you do? Again, you can scan the QR code and answer. You can share your valuable thoughts, what you would do in case you are in Spain and you've lost your passport, your wallet, your phone. What would you do? Have all of you scanned the QR code? Can I stop sharing? All of you?
One
Okay.
minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, done.
All done? Okay. I can see some interesting answers. Cry and go to police. Reach out to embassy. Yes, absolutely correct. Contact embassy, contact embassy. Most of you have got it right. Yes, you would be reaching out to the embassy. But before that, you have to file a police report with the local police authorities. Once you file that, then you go to the embassy. The embassy can help you connect with your family. Even if you've lost your phone, they can help you with, connecting with your family. You can transfer the money using Western Union. You can ask your family members to transfer money using Western Union. But in case if that doesn't work, the embassy also provides something called a repatriation loan, where in US embassy they give you have to give three contacts. We'll be reaching out to the three contacts, and if they say they are not willing to help, then the embassy can provide you a financial loan in order to help you with this. And I have seen several cases coming to us, especially people visiting Vrindavan, Mathura. They come and they get mugged, and then they are, they don't have anybody to talk to. Imagine you are in a foreign country and you don't have anybody around to help. But thankfully, in India, there are many people who come forward, who have helped in booking the tickets so that they can come to the embassy. Similarly, there are good people all around you. You just need to figure out. And when you are in that situation, you get anxious, but think about the solution, not about the problem. Because all we do is think about problem and we don't get to a solution. Whenever you are in a problem, however big it is, think what you can do to help, right?
I did
So,
exactly what I have written in my answers.
pardon me?
I am saying I have done exactly what I have written in my answer.
What have you written? I'm sorry, I don't have the name of the
No
person
problem.
there. So you will have to tell me.
I had reached to Indian Embassy
Okay.
where I took the help to get the insurance detail, where emergency money, hotel, and travel was covered in the insurance. And I
Oh,
got
wow.
those money and the details from from getting the help from embassy in Yemen.
That is so good to know. I mean, any other people here who would like to share? Have you experienced anything of such? Because we all get to know from others how they have resolved their problems, right? And each day we spend here is a learning lesson for all of us. If we come in that kind of situation, how to resolve it? Today we are hearing from people, and that's how we learn from each other. You live and learn, and you get it better as you move on, right? So, what are the other institutes that help? There are NGOs that can help, right? During disaster, they are the one who provide assistance. There are
Toastmaster
several
Bhavani,
other.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Toastmaster Abhijit has raised his hands.
Yes, Abhijit, please go ahead.
So I remember losing. I won't say losing my wallet when I was on an official trim outside. But then, apart from all these agencies and police, sometimes the normal people also helps us out. So I was in my client office, and eventually, what happened is I left my wallet at the at the cubicle of my office space, and I didn't realize that because I felt probably my wallet is inside my bag. When I came out, I left, and when I reached the airport, I realized that I was trying to check with my stuffs which would have been kept inside, but then I realized that I has had somewhere kept it because I was not able to find it within my bag. I searched it everywhere, didn't find it. Then I called up my opposite client person that whom I was interacting with, and he made obviously the office timings was passed, and then he made a search through the securities, and it could it could have been found that it was kept in a what do you call the workstation of where we were jointly working. So it was very much kept. Of late, couple of days back, it was being couriered in a DHL service, and it reached my place exactly the way I had left it. Not even one currency lost, nothing was misplaced. So sometimes beyond these agencies, police, NGOs, I personally feel the support from the client whom you have build trust will also helps a lot.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to our next segment, that is table topics. This is where we truly test our ability to think on our feet and speak from the heart. To guide us through this exciting and unpredictable water of impromptu speaking, please join me in warmly welcoming our table topic master, Toastmaster Rasal. Toastmaster Rasal, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. Could you please confirm if you can hear me well and see me well? Great, thanks. Undoubtedly, we have had wonderful learning so far, but it's time to sprinkle our meeting with some adventure and spike the adrenaline with some impromptu speaking. I think life is also spontaneous and many a times unscripted, does not go as how we planned with uncertainties like this table topic segment. I'm Risal. For the benefit of the new members and the guests, I'm also the Vice President Education at the club and the table topic master for this meeting. This section is particularly to test our skills of thinking on feet and calming our nerves and articulating our thoughts within just 1 to 2 minutes. So every speaker must speak at least for 1 minute, which is when the green card will be displayed. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow card will be displayed and red card at 2 minutes. You get a grace time of 30 seconds thereafter. I'd strongly encourage members and guests, particularly whosoever hasn't taken up roles, and to this opportunity because it's a good platform to practice. I'd like to begin with an experienced Toastmaster. Do we have any volunteers? Or I shall exercise my right of picking. Okay, I think I can see Rajesh, your hand raised, and then we have Sajal as well. Yeah, so we can begin with Sajal. So the first topic is the last time I did something completely spontaneous. Sajal Nigam, the last time I did something completely spontaneous.
Well, to begin with, I'm not a person who's very much into sports, and I'm not a person who's very much physically active. To be honest, I'm usually the one who's the last one to be selected when there's team splitting. So this is one of the most favorite times of mine when I was going to this mountainous region to have just a split of time and just to refresh myself from that usual mundane routine of my academic lifestyle. And at that time, there was something which I did, and that was completely out of my zone. And that was I decided to trek. And that trek, just for knowledge, that trek is amongst the longest trek in the entire North India. And I decided to do that trek without the use of any, kind of support we were getting at that time, the trolleys or something. So I decided to do that all by myself. And at the initial stages, it was very, very tough for me because somebody who was extremely lethargic in terms of, I don't want to walk, I don't want to run for that miles. And for the initial times, I still remember I did 50 steps and I was just panting. I was just saying to my mom that, hey, I'm done. This is not something my cup of tea. This is not something which I can do for that matter. But the journey began, the journey continued. I kept going, I kept going. We waited for some times. It was tough. It was not that easy. But eventually I completed that trek. And that was something I feel that is something which I didn't really thought that I could do, but I eventually did that, and really proud of myself. And that is one thing I like to share to everyone, that sometimes the boundaries are just in our head, but we should really cross them, because we never know what are the infinite capabilities we have in ourselves. Thank
Absolutely, Sajal, thank you so much for sharing this. I mean, as you rightly said, most of the boundaries and most of the hindrances are in our mind, and we should overcome them. And also, it's it feels impossible until it's actually done. So you're right. Next up, we have Brajesh, your hand raised. Who or what has been your anchor in a storm in your life?
Okay, so in my life, I've been following many leaders, right? And I aspire to be a good leader in my career. That's my goal that has been there for very beginning of my career. And I have been following multiple leaders, but one of the leader who actually inspired me a lot and actually created a kind of personality that I wanted to become is MS Dhoni, because of obvious reason that you can think of, right? So MS Dhoni is someone who has just begin from very humble background, right? He has rised from the ashes. So he was, I mean, if you have seen the biographies and movie, you can relate to that, right? He was someone who struggled a lot to be seen and to be recognized by people around himself, and that is something which motivates me to continue in my journey even if I fail multiple times. And the not just that reason that his struggles motivates me, but his patience and the level of composure that he maintained even during the difficult times is something which is rare, and I've not seen many people having such level of patience when the situation becomes adverse. And that is what I try to embody in myself by handling and being calm in the difficult situation. So I mean, whenever I face a situation which does not go well, I just think of what those people like MS Dhoni is one of those, and there are many others which I don't maybe not take the names here, but I think of what could be the way those people would have responded in that situation and try to follow the path that I think they would choose if they were in that condition. So I think I always thought of following those leaders who has created and achieved something which is not normal, and that not with a simpler path or maybe the easier route. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brajesh. Well said. Actually, sometimes leaders or inspirational people can act as not just anchor, but also North Star for us and make us go towards our goals even better, thinking that if they can do it, so can we. Um, yes, thank you very much. We have uh, Deepesh.
Yes.
Uh, Tell us about a decision that you made, which was a spontaneous decision, but then it turned out to be great. It turned out to be well.
Unfortunately, my life is not a Bollywood movie. Every decision I regret, and it was more or less scripted, not by me, but by the society and by my parents. this is what you have to do. This is what you have to study. This is whom you want to marry. Unfortunately, I'm not even single, so I leave that choice to myself. But I haven't made any spontaneous decisions. And to recall, it suddenly just jumped in my mind that there was a spontaneous decision I did made once about leaving a job. I hated that, and I left that two jobs. After I left my first job, I got another one. I left that as well, and everybody was so angry at me, so furious at me. My parents, like, what have you done in your life? And what have you done? What have you done? I'm like, hold on, this is on to me. I'll take this from now on. And for the first time, something just felt right. Not because objectively it has to be right. We never know what decisions might lead to. And this reminds me of the quote by famous industrialist Ratan Tata that I take decisions and I make them right. And that's what I'm doing. After quitting that job, there is no certainty that what I'm going to do in future, but I'm trying to make it right by doing what I love, what my heart says. So it's never about the right decision, which proves to be right out of destiny. But I think whatever decisions we take, we need to make it right. And sometimes our heart knows more than what our mind and society knows. Back to you, Table Talk Master.
Thank you, Deepesh. I mean, what you said was very powerful, and I can relate it myself in life as well. There is no right or wrong decision. You have to make it right, come what may. Yes. Toastmaster Laksh, if you allow me, may I come back to you a little later once I've maybe given others chance, and then, of course, I'll give it to you if time allows. Any other guests who would like to take up Dinesh, Pooja? Okay, please go ahead, Dinesh. The question is, so Toastmaster Bhavani was talking about money, I mean, resources, about people. So what do you suggest, like people or money? What helps more?
Okay, people or money, what helps more? Uh, Fine. So, in my life, I have like, I have some goals in my life, and in those goals, all like I prioritize three things: health, wealth, and relationship. Now you're talking about from wealth and relationship, which one do I prefer more? So I find them both of them have their own place. It's not about preferring something. I think it's about balancing. By balancing, I don't mean that okay, I need to make them 50-50. It may be like our life is in cycle, so maybe in a particular cycle I may prioritize wealth more, and maybe in another phase of my life I may prioritize relationship more. And even relationship, it depends. The people, in people, they may be my wife, my immediate family, my friends, or the people, or maybe the relatives. So there is a priority. So it's not only about people or wealth, it's priority among people, priority in okay, wealth of fine. uh, and wealth is also necessary, because if I do not have sufficient wealth, then maybe I'll not able to take care of my people as well. So they are not mutually exclusive. I think that both the things complement each other. So if I have wealth, I'll be able to better take care of my people. If I have people in my life, then I'll be able to better use of the wealth I have. So I think both are needed, and in cycle, maybe I may prioritize something than other, but overall, I think it should be a balanced approach. Thank you.
Wonderful, Dinesh. You're thinking like a strategist, and that's very wise. Do we have other volunteers? Chandan, Shubhangi, Muskan, Subodh, Anubhav? Anyone who would like to come up?
Yeah, I can take one.
Who's that?
Anubhav, yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, please go ahead. So this is a little exciting, at least for me. So
All
if
right.
your life were a movie, what would be the title and why?
Okay. So I would say the title of the movie would be Pursuit of Happiness, because that is a movie which is very close to me. And the very first time when I saw this movie, I literally cried, towards the end specifically. And there were certain segments which actually I could relate to. Uh, Currently, I mean, I would say since like my school days, I have been kind of struggling with my career. I have not been sure which specific path should I take. Apparently, I started with engineering, but then I did not kind of like the engineering. I made a like opted out of the campus placement. Then I started to uh, get into some kind of a business which did not it did not go very well. So for 3 years again, I struggled with the business. Then I went on to pursue an MBA, but then eventually, once I completed my MBA, COVID came in, and then I was kind of not having a good placement from the campus itself. So still kind of struggling towards building the proper career that I actually aim for. Eventually I would want to see myself in some leadership capacity, and that is something which I'm aiming for. And like it's still in the progress, I would say. Like the movie is still like the climax is still to come, and the movie is yet to go forward. That is how I would see my life going forward, and that is the movie which I actually could relate to.
Thank you so much for sharing, Anubhav. Yeah, indeed. All of our lives are very interesting movies, and there's so much to learn from a lot of good things, also a lot of humorous elements as well. So decided to even continue watching each of our lives and the movie as well. Uh, how much time do we have? Do we have time for more questions? Timer, please, can you let me know?
We are already out of time. Let's move to third part.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm sorry, Toastmaster Laksh. I'll make it a point that you get a chance next time. Yes, I think should we poll for the best table topics speaker?
Yes. Thank you so much, Risal, for steering us so confidently through those exciting and unpredictable waters. That was truly engaging and energizing. Now it's time to recognize our wonderful speakers. Let's move to the poll for the best table topic speaker. And timer, please note the timing.
It will be 30 seconds for the vote for the best topic speaker.
Thank you, Yuvraj. It's time. So now, as we sail forward, it's time to hear from the team that keeps us steady and growing. Let's welcome our captain, the general evaluator, who will guide us through the evaluation segment and introduce his crew. Toastmaster Yuvraj, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. So, journal evaluation is a conference of evaluators, Oxford players, and firstly, I will call the speech evaluators. The first speech evaluator for Toastmaster Namra is Toastmaster Johnny. Toastmaster Johnny, the stage is over to you, Toastmaster Johnny.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuvraj. First of all, congratulations and thank you, Namra, for the heartfelt and emotional speech you delivered. You chose a deeply personal topic, your mother, and that immediately helped create a connection with the audience. When you use Hindi phrases, it made the message more relatable and authentic. That was the good strategic choice. I agree that Hindi is not appreciated during the speech, but sometimes we used to use our mother language to connect with the audience. So one of the most powerful ideas in your speech was the fear of seeing our parents grow older. And that is something many of us feel but rarely express, and you brought that emotions to the surface beautifully. I also appreciated the way you described the moment when your mother was unwell and unresponsive. Your narration helped us to realize the panic and helplessness in that situation. For a moment, we were right there with you. Your voice modulation was accurate based on the situation, and sometimes hiccups comes when we get deeper into our own story. From a recommendation point of view, I have few recommendations for you as a evaluator. Your storytelling created the images in mind, but those images didn't stay with us for the long time or till the end. This happened because the speech shifted suddenly between the ideas. For example, the transition from your mother medical situation to the school story felt abrupt. Okay, so always try to complete the transition, will help the audience to complete the connect with your core messages. Okay, and the situation you created with your mother felt incomplete. You introduce a very emotional moment, her being unconscious and your panic situation. But before concluding those situation in a story, you moved on the another thought process. Okay, so that was also the disconnected between the audience and the story. Overall, your body language and the hand gesture was not visible. Okay, and this was a sincere and emotionally engaging speech with a strong potential, with clear structure and a smooth transition. It can become even more impactful and memorable. So that is the recommendations from my side. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Johnny. Now I would like to call the second speech evaluator of Toastmaster Lux, that is Toastmaster Tanishq Rohila.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Am I audible to you all?
Toastmaster
All
Tanishq,
right.
you're audible.
Thank you so much. I loved how Toastmaster Lux comes with a paradoxical speech titles. Speech title: My Cardio. Content was shared: Overthinking. I've previously evaluated Toastmaster Lux many times. Speech title: My Favorite Festival. Content shared: The last day of my exams. Speech title: My Relationship. Content shared: Procrastination. And whenever he comes with a speech title, we all are so excited to see what is he going to share. There are some recommendations for Toastmaster Lux so that he can improve in his future speeches. He could have spoken while standing, so that we all could have seen his hand gestures, body gestures. Although it was obvious that we can see his facial expressions. Second, there was some long pauses in between his speech. It could have been eliminated if he had practiced his speech 3 to 4 times. As it is said, it is a prepared speech. Although Toastmaster Laksh speech was well crafted, kudos to him on that point. In small part of his speech, he told everyone about the season of overthinking. Season 1, what I have said. Season 2, what I should have said. Season 3, what I what the other person might be thinking. In this part, to make it more mysterious, he could have taken more poses and he could have made more effort on the voice modulation part. For example, season 1, what I said. Season 2, what I should have said. Season 3, what the other person might be thinking. Season 4, why am I like this? And that's a very good move to engage the audience because people are eager to know what's in the next session. And I've observed that Toastmaster Laksh was watching something while his speech, and while you're online, tried to not make it obvious that you're reading something. And yes, I should prefer not to read from any script during your speech. It will not show a positive impact to the audience. And I personally liked how he shared his personal experience in his speeches, and I love how he concluded his speech with how we can overcome our overthinking. Kudos to Toastmaster Laksh on his speech. Great crafted speech, and all the best to your future speeches. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanesh, for your evaluation report. Now it's the time for the last evaluator, that is Toastmaster Yuvraj. Ups and downs in the life. Even I like this title because we all are able to resonate with this topic. Toastmaster Tajinder, after a long time, gave a speech. He was audible, asked the questions which I like the most because asking the questions always engage the audience. I like the content, and best example like I like the most is the example of fist, that there are ups and downs. And sometimes I can also get not that every person is same, everybody is different, unique, and some are, and has the different potential. What I like in the speech was that ups and downs is one of the title is best because it can sometimes motivate the members to step outside from the comfort zone so that they can think that not only they are facing the ups and downs, they are all each and every one in life is facing the ups and downs in their life. It's a best topic to engage with the audience, and audience are also very eager to listen about this topic. Recommendation: there can be some voice modulation about the ups and downs. Regarding ups, you can add some energy, and regarding downs, you can just lower your pitch and lower your volume. Adding a personal story. It's best if the topic is about ups and downs because DTM Rupender said that participate in contest and add a personal story because your one story can change someone else's life. And ups and downs are not only in Toastmasters, it is related to career and professional life, personal life, relationship. It's very common. And or there are some other recommendation that he can just stand up and just give the speech so that I can observe if there is any stage movement and body language, and so that I can also observe the body language. While that giving a speech in a standing and while using the while giving a speech in a sitting mode, it just feels that the audience lost the connect. While giving the stage, by standing up and just having a stage movement can make the speech more interesting. And this and adding a body language element can make the speech far apart. Adding the quotes with a powerful energy, it can engage the audience very well. Commendation is that I like the example you mentioned about Donald Trump. It was knowledgeable because one story of up and down, as I already mentioned, can change someone else's life also. And to sum up, I would like to say that confidence is not about being perfect, it's about stepping on the stage. And kudos to you for such a great title, for choosing a great title, Ups and Downs. Because this is the only topic which everyone can resonate with it. Over to me, General Evaluator. Now it's time to call my spy agents, my Ox role players. Firstly, I would like to call the R counter of today's meeting. That is Toastmaster Namra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuvraj, for inviting me on the stage. As today our counter, I came fully prepared with my notebook, with my pen and highly expectation to catch lots of Just a sec. But I didn't find any one of us. When Toastmaster Bhavani starts speaking, oh God, I got stuck. That how she prepared everything was perfect. Her slide, her presentation, nothing. No filler words, no ask, no flawless. Toastmaster Sangeeta, always flawless. No filler words. I was very surprised by our guest. None of our guests used no filler words. They all were flawless. Some of us has used some filler words like Toastmaster Namra. She has used 6 to us. Guest Anubhav used 2 times towards he has repeat a word towards 2 times and 3 times. Guest Chandan has no filler words. Toastmaster Pooja used 2 times. Toastmaster Mahima used and word 2 times, 1 time. Toastmaster Laksh, flawless, no filler words. Toastmaster Yuvraj, always, no filler words. Toastmaster Desal, amazing. Many of us didn't use any filler words, any all are very amazing. Thank you so much. Back to the journal evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namra, for presenting the report. Now, I would like to call the grammarian of today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, Yuvraj. Let me share the report. Yeah. Is it visible? Yes. Can you show thumbs up if my report is visible? Okay, thank you. Not many people have used the word of the day. And yes, I can understand context is also required, but yes, you can use the word anytime you want. Toastmaster Bhavani has used once, and our hit was the phrase of the day because 4 people have used. Toastmaster Yuvraj used it in 2 instances. Toastmaster Bhavani, Laksh, and Toastmaster Tajender used once. I also found a lot of good vocabulary, but there were 3 words that stood out for me. One is 2 by Toastmaster Bhavani, one is mugged, and one is repatriation. And I've also used, I've mentioned this as well, like if you want to understand what it means, mugged is used in an informal settings. Repatriation is something that sometimes we forget the word, and this is the word that we should remember. And another word was used by guest Dinesh, mutually exclusive. And I felt nostalgic, and I went to mathematics probabilities when we used to study mutually exclusive. A lot of everyone has used have good grammar usage. And these are the ones that stood out for me. One is Toastmaster Bhavani. She used the phrase anchor in the storm. Then Toastmaster Manali said, time cannot be earned, money can be earned. Then Toastmaster Laksh used a lot of good phrases like lighten the mood, alternative reality, speculative overanalysis, and so on. Toastmaster Tajinder always, I thought to write his whole speech because his entire speech had so many wonderful phrases, but these stood out the most because I also use these in a lot of instances. Then Toastmaster Sajal used sometimes boundaries are just in our heads. Then guest Dipesh also used amazing phrase, our heart knows better than what our mind and society know. And for grammatical errors, there are few grammatical errors that we could have done in a better way. One is pragmatic report. Report cannot be pragmatic. It could be a practical report. So instead of using fluffs, understand where we have to use the correct words. And I have also mentioned in what context pragmatic could be used. Then that situation shattered me a lot. Instead, use the situation shattered me. Another person used my teacher convinced me and calmed me down. Instead, use simple past tense. My teacher convinced me and calmed me down. Another person used if I not have enough wealth. Instead, use if I don't have enough wealth. And another person used I also appreciate. It could be used in a simple present tense based on the circumstances, that is, I also appreciate. Another member used okay a lot in between the evaluation, which is not supposed to be done. Another person mentioned in small part of a speech, instead say in a brief section of a speech. Another person said asking the question. Instead, asking question is only used for singular setting. When we use the word the, it is for particular sections. So we are not supposed to use asking the questions, instead asking questions or asking multiple questions. So that's it for my report, and thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for presenting the report. Now, I would like to call the listener of today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Tanishq.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Uh, can I
Yes,
just
I
want to
am
request
just.
you all. Okay.
Yes,
I just
I
want to
understand.
request you all to switch on your cameras. All right. So kudos to you all. Kudos to you all for that. And the first question. Uh, the first question is for you all, but except Toastmaster Namra and her speech evaluator. The question is speech title of Toastmaster Namra.
Is related to any fear she's not able to express. Related to
Yes,
fear.
but what was the exact name of it
Am I
of her
allowed
speech?
to answer?
The
Toastmaster
fear,
Namra, you can answer that.
the fear
No,
that
am
I
I
didn't
allowed to
know
answer?
about or talk about or something.
The fear I never spoke about.
That's right, Toastmaster Johnny. And a question for you all, except Toastmaster Laksh. What Toastmaster Laksh wanted to share in his speech? That's a very
Overcome.
easy question for you all. Yeah,
Overthinking.
exactly.
Yeah.
The struggles with
Kudos to you,
overthinking.
Anubhav.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Third question. Who said our parents are the first priorities?
Namra.
Yeah.
Right. Kudos to you to Toastmaster Yuvraj. Yes, and this question is for you all, except Toastmaster Tajinder and Toastmaster Yuvraj. What was the speech title of Toastmaster Tajinder?
Ups and
And
downs.
say it loud. Exactly. That's uh, very good, Toastmaster Namra. What was the most loved country to travel during
I can answer that. I can answer that.
demonstration?
Spain.
Yeah, you can.
Spain.
Spain.
Yeah, that's right.
Barcelona.
That's right. All right. What name Brajesh Anand took while his table topic speech?
MS
MS
Dhoni.
Dhoni. MS
MS
Dhoni.
Dhoni.
Right. The last question. What was the name of the session team mode Toastmaster Bhavani shared?
Anchor. Anchor.
Anchors of the storm.
Yes.
Anchors
Anchors
of the
in the
storm.
storm.
Exactly. Kudos to you all. You all are very good active listeners. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanishq, for presenting the report of listener. Now, I would like to call the timer of the meeting. That is Toastmaster Manali. Mahima, sorry.
Timer
Oh,
is
sorry, Manali.
Manali.
I'm confused. I'm confused. Sorry.
So guys, everybody is ready. Here comes the class teacher for 571 meeting of Toastmasters today, ready with the report card. So for prepared speeches, our TMOD Bhavani first took 7 minutes 47 seconds. Our first speaker, TM Yuvraj, he took 5 minutes 30 seconds. One speaker one, TM Namra, she took 7 minutes 49 seconds. Speaker 2, TM Laksh, he took 5 minutes 53 seconds. Speaker 3, TM Tajinder, he took 7 minutes 4 seconds. For impromptu speeches, our guest Sajal, she took 1 minute 59 seconds. Guest Brajesh, he took 2 minutes 26 seconds. Guest Dipesh, he took 1 minute 55 seconds. Guest Dinesh, he took 1 minute 58 seconds. Guest Anubhav, he took 1 minute 26 seconds. And for our general evaluator, TM Johnny, he took 2 minutes 59 seconds. Evaluator 2, TM Tanishq, he took 3 minutes 1 second, our new technology expert. Evaluator 3, TM Yuvraj, most energetic one, he took 3 minutes 8 seconds. And our counter, most soft spoken, Toastmaster Namra, she took 1 minute 58 seconds. Our grammarian and inspiration, TM Sangeeta, she took 3 minutes 49 seconds. Our listener, TM Tanishq, again cybersecurity expert, he took 3 minutes 13 seconds. What an erudite session it was. I went bananas when I heard the speech of TM Laksh. Okay, thank you. Back to you, TM Yuvraj.
So before presenting my report, it's a request to all the members just to vote for the best Oxford players. And once the voting is done for the Oxford players, then I will present my report.
Yuvraj, could you also state to vote for the best evaluator if not all have voted?
Members, it's a request to vote for best evaluator also and Oxford players also. Hope everyone has voted. So can I start my report, present my report? Okay, thank you very much. The meeting started on time. The core values were mentioned, engage the audience, mission was mentioned, housekeeping rules were also mentioned, and presiding officer was introduced properly. Presiding officer, their introduction was done very well, always confident and audible, and always give new announcements in the club, what is going to happen in future. Transition of Timod was done great. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bhavani. I hope it's your first time that we are doing the role of Timod, if I'm not wrong. Kudos to you, stepping outside from the comfort zone. Even I like the theme Anchor of the Storm. When this theme comes, I felt it would be a bit technical. But when you presented your theme via PPT, you just make it very simplified and easy. It was not big technical. You add the points, ask the questions, which is the best way to engage the audience. You were confident, audible, and add a short personal story, which also engages the audience. It was crisp and short, and ask which country they want to visit, because everyone was engaged in this remote very well because the questions were there and it was not one-sided, it was two-way, that audience were also listening to you and you were also enjoying while giving the remote. So I feel it was an ecstatic remote for you. It's the first time, but kudos to you. Recommendation: when the red card is shown, it's better just to hand over the stage to the general evaluator, because we need to stick to the agenda. time is money, and we need to value time because once it is gone, it will never come back. So everything was great. Maybe it's your first time, but doing such roles will help you to maintain the consistency and improve time management. Now, I would like to evaluate the Ox role players. Timer, it was your first time. You start with a quote. Your cards were visible, and it was a great report and some recommendations. Let's add some pauses while giving a report. It's your first time. It happens. Maybe she was nervous, but doing the role again and again will help you to add some pauses and present will improve the report. And another recommendation, we need to also time SAR and presiding officers only. While just look at the agenda. Just for example, SAR time is 5 minutes. That show green card at 3 minutes, yellow card at 4 minutes, and red card at 5 minutes. But kudos to you. You did the role very well for the very first time. So no more recommendations. Second, R counter. Kudos to Toastmaster Namra for doing two roles, speaker and R counter at the end moment. It's a great leadership skill. You were energetic. The report was great. But one recommendation, you can share the screen. Just like Toastmaster Sangeeta shared it. So it can audience can know, members and guests can know that how they can improve their overcome their filler words and how many pauses they were taking. So they can know it better. No worries. Grammarian, always audible, mention the word of the day, examples were given. Recommendation, just one recommendation that we can just say that why the grammarian role is important and tips to improve the vocabulary. It was a great report. You share the screen, which engaged the audience. As it's an online meeting and sharing the screen is better just to know everyone can know that what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses so that they can improve in near future. Kudos to you. Listener, introduced the role very well. You were confident. Questions were good, easy, and engaging. And this time, most of them were active that they were able to answer your questions. So, no such more recommendations for you. Now it's time for evaluators. The evaluators use CRC approach. There was nothing so much of offensive. They mentioned the speech title, pathways, project, and speech objective also mentioned. And one thing which I liked the most was that everyone uses CRC approach. It was like more of the motivation and more of motivating, not demotivating someone. So great evaluations of the speech great evaluations done by the speech evaluators, and I ensure that you maintain this same consistency in near future with the other speakers also. Now, the table topic master. The topics were great. You explained the role very well. One thing which I liked the most was that the guests were given the preference. This happens really that majority of the guests participate in the table topics. So I like this. The topics were aligned. I know the topics were not aligning with the theme, but no worries. But what I liked most was that the majority of the guests participated in it. And one more recommendation is that we can say why the table topics is important just to develop impromptu skills so that the guest can know what is table topics, why we need to participate in it. As there was no technical glitch in the meeting, no disturbances and no noise, so the everything was great. Maybe there were less members due to long weekend, but what I liked the most was that our members at the end moment took the role and made this meeting more engaging and interesting. To sum up, I would like to say that fortune always favors the bold, and confidence is not about being perfect, it's about stepping on the stage and stepping outside from the comfort zone. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to the presiding officer at Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Yuvraj. First of all, I would want to thank all of you because I am pretty bad with multitasking. So having to do the polls and the grammarian report and understanding who won, I could just start stuttering and I don't know what I'm even doing. But thank you for teaching me, because I know when I started multitasking here for the first time, I just froze on stage and I was just looking at everyone because my mind was not able to process anything. But today I am seeing, even though I am fluttering, I'm stammering a bit, presenting the grammarian reports, and inside my brain, I'm also thinking about the polls. I'm looking at the polls, writing everything, but I can understand how much it has impacted me in a good way. Thank you, all of you. And before giving the results, I would want to see all of your beautiful faces. Please switch on your cameras, because we can also take a picture later, but you all have so beautiful faces that you should be on camera always. And me and our other EC members will reach out to the guests personally, understanding what are their feedbacks as well and what they have learned. And let me tell you, this is one such kind of meeting where we are doing online. Otherwise, we are on a hybrid mode. It would be a little bit different when we are on the hybrid mode, because people will also come and there will be people on screen as well. So talking here and there is a challenge, but we do the best. And now let me share the results with you. It was amazing. The meeting was amazing, yes, but the voting patterns were more amazing. There were just tie in every aspect, and you won't believe there were ties with everyone. And just for just one vote, and someone or the other was on the top. So for best speaker, let me share the report. Best speaker is Toastmaster Laksh.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
The strange fact for voting on best table topics was there was a tie with 4 members. And at the end, just one extra vote, and this member won, because I was like, okay, we have to shell out 4 certificates and I have to write all the certificates, but just one vote, and it's guest Dipesh who won the best table topic speakers. Congratulations, guest Dipesh. And for best evaluator, again, there were just 3 evaluators and we had tie of between all the 3 evaluators. That shows how great we are performing in our club. And thank you, all of you. But just one vote, and the result goes to Toastmaster Yuvraj. He is the winner of best evaluator. Congratulations, Toastmaster Yuvraj. For best auxiliary role player, thank you for voting me when I was stuttering, because I was also planning, okay, I have to write the polls, I have to write the results, and I just froze for a brief seconds, but making me win. Thank you. And for best big 3 role player, it is our Toastmaster Bhavani, who shared such an amazing information. And if you have any trouble traveling abroad and not knowing what to do, just give a call to her. She will be free for us. And thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. Congratulations to you. And before we adjourn the meeting, we are ahead of time, 5 minutes ahead of time, and that's such a great thing. And I would want to reiterate what is coming, because I can see few guests join after our meeting was happening. So let me share, our meeting always starts on time. Therefore, you all have to be on time, not in time, but on time. And that being said, next week on Sunday, we'll have Mother's Day special meeting. So please come along with your mother, sister, or whoever. Even you can bring your friends who behave like a mother, controlling us. Not the controlling, but whenever we do anything, they just look on our eyes and say, not to do that. So you can tag along your friends. And on 16th of May, our guest speaker is already here. So I would want to share who is it, because he's already here. It's Toastmaster Abhijit Roy. And it's no more a surprise for you, because he's already present. So it would be our gratitude to you, Toastmaster Abhijit, if you can share just 1 or 2 things, what you liked about our meeting today. It would be great for us.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for the opportunity to have me as part of your meeting today. I think one of the reasons that I have not been able to make it to the online version of the meetings at Invictus, considering this being a hybrid setup altogether, is because this meeting timings always collide with something or the other on the personal front. But I guess when we discussed the last time over the call as to an opportunity that would give me come over physically to your setup at the location in Delhi, it was something that I said that this cannot be a better opportunity for me to rise up and share my experiences. Well, I always feel one thing, that it's just not about training or guiding or coaching people, it's about knowledge sharing. So when uh, Tosma Sangita, you reached out to me for a session on the 16th, you did tell me that, Abhijit, why don't you come over and train us? We discussed this. I said it's not about training. I'm not going to be training anyone. Everybody is prove themselves to be the better versions of themselves. It's just about me having to have spent a little more time in Toastmasters, a little learned more out of the community and the platform, and that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing. So I'm really excited for that session. I remember 2 years back, I was in your physical club meeting, which used to happen in Saket. But I think that moved out from there and moved to Hauj Khas. And new location, new ambience, new people. I'm pretty excited to be there, to be part of your meeting, and I'm looking forward to it. And in terms of this today's meeting, as usual, you started off time. I was not on time, but nevertheless, you're going to be end on time, so I won't take much. But yes, awesome meeting. The crowd is just about vibrating. Uh, so many people, so much of vibes, so much of positivity. Really, it has a very bright future. So all the very best to the club and all its members.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhijit. This is a lot, and yes, we had to change our venue because we had a lot members, so the venue could only have 10 to 12 people, but we have exceeded that. And just like when we used to play the snake and ladders game on our biscuit phone, how you used to know how the snake actually increases in size just with one bite, and it just is for our club. It is so true for our club, and you would love our new location as well. We have parking, we have everything. It's very green, and it is not visible that it is Delhi because I think so. I'm boasting a lot about our venue, but that is how much I love our venue. And thank you. And with that, before adjourning the meeting, please switch on your cameras again. I need to take a picture with all of you, and then we can adjourn the meeting. Yes, you can share a heart as well and smile. I have taken one picture, and there are 3 people who... Anubhav, could you switch on your camera? Shubhangi and Muskan as well. Okay, I have taken a picture. Thank you so much. And with this, let's adjourn the meeting. Thank you all of you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.